We've got some shocking news that no one saw coming. The Kansas City Chiefs are placing the franchise tag on their star right guard, Trey Smith. This is completely unexpected because reports from insiders like Nate Taylor of The Athletic and others from the Kansas City Star all suggested that the Chiefs wouldn't be using the tag on anyone this offseason. But now we have a bombshell report from Jordan Schultz on Twitter confirming that the Chiefs will, in fact, tag Pro Bowl guard Trey Smith. According to NFL on Fox, the team's goal is still to secure a long-term deal. But for now, this move ensures that Smith stays in Kansas City while negotiations continue. Now, there's another twist to this story. Jordan Schultz, the reporter breaking this news, is caught up in some controversy himself. Apparently, he had an altercation, either physical or verbal, with Ian Rappaport at the NFL Combine. There's definitely some strange drama happening in the league right now. But let's focus on what matters. The Chiefs are committing a massive $25 million franchise tag to Trey Smith. So, what does this mean? There are two possible scenarios. Either the Chiefs are determined to lock him in for the next 4 or 5 seasons with a long-term extension, or they could be tagging him while exploring trade options. While a trade seems less likely, it's not impossible. We've seen players get franchise tagged before, only to leave in free agency the next year, leaving the team empty-handed. Reports suggest that the Chiefs are working on a 5-year deal to keep Smith in Kansas City long-term, and honestly, that's a smart move. He's arguably the best right guard in football. But here's the issue. Paying a right guard $25 million under the franchise tag is a massive commitment. That's top-tier money, and the Chiefs now face a tough decision. Will they secure a long-term deal, or will this situation take an unexpected turn? Stay tuned because this story is far from over. Now, the big question is, what's next? Will the Chiefs lock in a long-term deal before training camp so Trey Smith doesn't have to play under the franchise tag? Or will they take the short-term approach, keep him for one more season at $25 million, and then let him test free agency next year? It really feels like the Chiefs made this move because they believe they can get a long-term deal done. Otherwise, they probably wouldn't have gone through the trouble of using the franchise tag on a player who would be making such a massive salary in 2025. Chiefs Kingdom, I want to hear from you. What do you think about this shocking move? Drop your thoughts in the comments because honestly, I'm still in disbelief. All offseason, the reports made it clear. The Chiefs weren't expected to use the franchise tag on anyone. Not Trey Smith, not Nick Bolton, not Justin Reed, nobody. And yet, here we are. The Chiefs completely bluffed everyone and pulled off a move no one saw coming. Even rival fans were caught off guard. A Raiders fan I know, Graphic Raider, texted me saying, "I can't believe the Chiefs just franchise tagged Trey Smith." Teams like the Raiders, Bears, and Patriots were likely ready to offer him $20 to $25 million per season in free agency. I didn't think the Chiefs could afford to keep him at that price, but clearly, I was wrong. This was a brilliant move by General Manager Brett Veach and the Chiefs front office. By placing the franchise tag on Smith, they've blocked other teams from making offers. Now they have full control over his future, whether that means finalizing a long-term extension or keeping him for one more season. Either way, the Chiefs just made a power move, and the rest of the league is officially on notice. Now that the Chiefs have placed the franchise tag on Trey Smith, he can no longer test free agency. That's tough for him, but from the team's perspective, it's a smart move. At the same time, paying $25 million for a right guard is a massive investment. This might mean the Chiefs will have to make some roster cuts or adjust their budget elsewhere. We'll just have to wait and see how it all plays out. Honestly, I still can't believe this is happening. This decision is going to be talked about for days, if not weeks. In fact, I had just finished recording a video earlier today about Hollywood Brown and how the Chiefs weren't making moves in the wide receiver market. The second I hit publish, boom, this bombshell drops. Trey Smith is now set to make $25 million this season if he plays under the franchise tag, which is just wild. This move changes the Chiefs' entire offseason strategy, and there's no doubt that fans, analysts, and even other teams will be watching closely to see what happens next. One thing's for sure, Kansas City just made a statement, and the conversation is far from over. With this move, the Chiefs are making a clear statement. They are committed to protecting Patrick Mahomes at all costs. Keeping the offensive line strong and maintaining consistency in the interior is clearly a top priority. But the work isn't done yet. They still need to find a left tackle, and adding depth to the interior line could be crucial, especially if Trey Smith were to miss time or if Joe Thuney becomes a cap casualty. One thing is certain, Kansas City isn't going to cut corners when it comes to their offensive line. Now, let's talk about Trey Smith's game. He's a dominant force in run blocking, which is where he truly excels. While he's solid in pass protection, it's not necessarily his biggest strength. And when you're paying a right guard $25 million per season, you need him to be elite in all areas. This season is going to be a huge opportunity for Smith to prove himself. Whether or not the Chiefs sign him to a long-term deal, he'll have the chance to reset the market and showcase his value. If he goes out there and dominates as both a run and pass blocker, he'll silence any doubts and prove he's worth every penny. Now, all eyes are on him to see how he responds to this challenge. Tagging Trey Smith is a statement move by the Kansas City Chiefs, no doubt about it. It shows their commitment to keeping this offensive line strong and protecting Patrick Mahomes. Now, the big question is, what's next? I can't wait to see what other moves they make in free agency to improve this team even more. Chiefs Kingdom, I want to hear from you. What do you think about this unexpected move? Did anyone see this coming? Because I sure didn't. If I had, I probably would have been talking about it days ago. As always, I appreciate you all for watching. Until next time,